More than 1,000 years ago, deep inside the endless jungles of Mesoamerica, a civilization touched the stars and then vanished into silence. The Mayan Civilization Collapse remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Massive stone cities still stand today, swallowed by vines, hidden beneath thick forests, and haunted by questions nobody can fully answer. What destroyed one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth? And why did millions disappear? The story begins in the golden age of the Maya. Towering pyramids pierced the skies above cities like Tikal and Chichen Itza. Priests studied the stars with terrifying accuracy. Kings ruled like gods. Farmers transformed jungles into thriving kingdoms. Their calendars predicted eclipses centuries before modern science. To outsiders, the Maya seemed unstoppable. But beneath the beauty of their empire, darkness was growing. The jungles were alive at night. Torches flickered against temple walls stained with blood. Human sacrifices echoed through sacred courtyards as priests begged the gods for rain, victory, and survival. The Maya believed the universe could collapse at any moment if the gods were not fed. And then, the rain stopped. At first, nobody panicked. One dry season became two. Rivers shrank. Crops weakened. The once green jungle began turning brown beneath the brutal sun. Families prayed in temples while priests promised the gods would answer. But the skies remained empty. Years passed. The drought became a nightmare. Reservoirs dried into cracked earth. Starving villagers abandoned farms and fled toward crowded cities searching for food. Hunger spread through the empire like a disease. Parents watched children die beside empty water pits. And still the kings demanded more temples, more wars, more sacrifices. The Maya kingdoms turned against each other. City fought city. Brother killed brother. Once glorious alliances shattered into endless bloodshed. Warriors marched through jungles carrying obsidian blades sharper than steel. Entire villages were burned to the ground. Captured kings were tortured publicly while crowds screamed beneath towering pyramids. The civilization was eating itself alive, but war and drought may not have been the only killers. Some historians believe the Maya destroyed their own environment. To build giant cities, millions of trees were cut down. Forests vanished around major kingdoms. Without trees, the land became hotter and drier. Crops failed even faster. The very civilization that mastered nature may have accidentally doomed itself. Then came the silence. One by one, the great cities were abandoned. Massive temples, once filled with priests and kings, stood empty beneath the jungle rain. Stone roads disappeared beneath vines. Palaces became homes for snakes and wild animals. Nobody knows exactly where the people went. Some fled north. Some died from starvation and disease. Others may have disappeared into smaller hidden villages deep inside the forests. But what terrified future explorers most was how sudden it all seemed. In some cities, tools and belongings were left behind as if people vanished overnight. Cooking pots remained untouched. Weapons lay abandoned. It was as if an entire world simply stopped breathing. Centuries later, when explorers entered the jungles, they found ghost cities swallowed by nature. Trees burst through palace roofs. Roots wrapped around pyramids like giant serpents. Monkeys screamed through empty temples where kings once ruled. The jungle had reclaimed everything. And yet, the mystery only deepened, because the Maya themselves did not completely disappear. Millions of Maya descendants still live today across Mexico and Guatemala, carrying fragments of ancient traditions passed down through generations. Their civilization did not vanish in a single night. It slowly collapsed beneath war, drought, political chaos, environmental destruction, and fear. But some researchers believe there may be more to the story. Ancient carvings describe terrifying omens in the skies. Some legends speak of curses from angry gods. Others tell stories of kings losing control as famine turned cities into chaos. And then there are the abandoned temples themselves. Even today, archaeologists uncover hidden chambers beneath pyramids filled with human remains, treasures, and symbols nobody fully understands. Every discovery raises new questions. What secrets are still buried beneath the jungle? What final horrors did the Maya witness before their empire fell? And could the collapse of the Maya be a warning for our modern world? Because the terrifying truth is this: the Maya were not primitive. They were brilliant. They built enormous cities, mastered astronomy, created advanced mathematics, and survived for centuries in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Yet despite all their power, their civilization collapsed, not from one disaster, but from many disasters happening at once: climate change, political corruption, resource exhaustion, endless war, social collapse, the same dangers that threaten civilizations even today. That is what makes the fall of the Maya so chilling. It does not feel like ancient history.